Hi everyone, Radhe Radhe. So I had shot and uploaded a video for verse 41 2 days ago on the right day, and I am deleting that and I'm reshooting that video because I realized that I knew, we knew that I was very, very upset about the verse, and I am okay. I've struggled with that. Like, is it okay for me to speak up against what I feel is not right? And when is it okay for me to speak up, and when should I not speak up? And should I keep that video or should I reshoot it? I've struggled with that a lot, and I finally decided to reshoot it. Not because I don't want to speak up. I do want to speak up, but at the same time, as of right now, I don't know whether it's just that I don't have the courage to speak up, or I don't feel like have enough knowledge to be able to speak up, because I spoke up against what I felt was Srila Prabhupada's objectification of women. And I want to understand a little bit more before I speak up against that. I feel like he talks about women being less intelligent a lot, and even in the Gita Daily website of the verse 41, Chaitanya Charan Prabhu also talks about why women are considered less intelligent, and he talks about like maybe like I mean right now he's admitting that girls get better marks in school and they do the same jobs or better, they can easily do as good a job as a man at the workplace and things like that. So now it's possible, he's admitting that because it's possible, because in this yug women are finally allowed to go to school and they're allowed to work, so people actually can compare the intellect of women with men. But earlier women just weren't allowed to study and they weren't allowed to go to school, they weren't allowed to do all of this thing, and women were objectified. They were just always talked in terms of beauty, physical beauty. And that's what Chaitanya Charan Prabhu also says, that even though there are some things, you can read it in his Gita Daily website, chapter 1, verse 41, that maybe because men are taller and bigger in general, they have physically they're bigger, so they have bigger brains, so they're considered more intelligent. But he knows that the size of the brain doesn't necessarily have anything to do with intelligence, and women are intelligent. So he goes on to say that maybe women are considered less intelligent because they're more emotional and less rational. And I completely disagree with that as well, because um, women are I mean, the bhakti path is a path of emotions, and I think that emotion is a deeper layer than brain. Brain is very, very superficial. Intellect is very superficial, and it can get you only so far. And if you want to go down the bhakti path or anything really, even in the personal growth world, it is the heart that gets you closer. The heart is closer to God than the brain is, and then the intuition is closer to God than the heart is. The soul is closer to God than all of these are. So I believe that the emotions do get you closer to God, and that's what God wants. In the bhakti path, it's the emotions, not the brain, that counts. Um, so it triggered me like mad. That verse just really triggered me like mad, and I will read it out to you right now, and you can decipher for yourself. So there are two versions of the verse that I feel, and you can decide for yourself if how you would translate it and what you feel. Where I feel that these two versions have translated it in a way to blame women for being immoral when men die, and the Koti Shri Krishna book does not blame women. And I'm like, I don't even know where women come into the picture in this. Men are fighting with each other for whatever, for land, for money, for power, for whatever. And what Krishna says is they're fighting for dharma, which is good, which is fine, but it's men doing all of that, and suddenly women are blamed just out of the blue. So I'm going to play this verse and I'm going to explain it to you. And um, yeah, and I'm going to re-upload this. And the funny thing is that I was going to upload the video. I shot the video of yesterday, and I was going to upload it, but I shot it very early in the day compared to my usual time, and I forgot to upload it. And when I went up there to the thing, I was like, okay, that's very weird that it's not uploaded. But I think it's Krishna's mercy, because I can then delete the day before yesterday's video, upload this one, then upload yesterday's, then upload today's, and it'll all be in order in the playlist that I want. So it was meant to be, and I think God wanted me to reshoot that video as well as yesterday's video, which I might just chop off some bits of yesterday's video rather than reshoot it, or I might reshoot it. Let's see. So yeah, let's go into verse 41, the highly triggering verse. I really, really, really hope. And so the saving grace here is that it's Arjun who is saying that, and this is based on what was known at that time, that women are less intelligent and women are more immoral, and just men just had all the control, and they just assumed that they were better than women in every way. So they were just saying that yes, women are going to become immoral if men die. And it was Arjun saying that, not Krishna. And I am going to just be very, very wary and watchful that Krishna doesn't talk down about women. Arjun saying it is a different thing, and Krishna saying it is a different thing. And I want to understand that verse a little bit more with someone who probably knows Sanskrit better, so that I can ask them what they think the translation is. Because if it is the Koti Shri Krishna translation, then there is no problem at all. There is no women blaming there, but I'm not sure what the translation is. I need to learn Sanskrit at the end of the day. Okay. अधर्माभिभवत् कृष्ण प्रदुष्यन्ति कुलस्त्रियः स्तासु वार्ष्णेय जायते वर्णशङ्करः. Yeah, just seeing it is making me cringe. The Pradushyati Kulastriya, that phrase. Okay. This Gita Daily thing is following one less, like it's not following the right verse number. So, okay. So what this is saying is adharma Krishna, when, O Krishna, when a religion becomes predominant, pradushyanti kulastriya, yeah, women, the family, the women become, the women of the kula, women of the family become polluted. This is my offensive line. Like, what do you mean women become polluted? Why do women become polluted? Strishu dushtasu varshneya. Varshneya is another name for Krishna. When the women are polluted, Jayate Varna Shankara, unwanted progeny comes into being. So when a religion becomes prominent, the women of the family become polluted, and when women of the family become polluted, unwanted progeny happens. So this is the offensive line for me. And this is what I feel bad about, because I feel that I don't consider women being in, I mean, men are not the moral gatekeepers of women. Women are in general more moral than men, and that is pretty obvious. And I'm not saying they're always, all men are, of course men are amazing, men are really good. What I'm saying is that women don't generally go around raping men. Women generally don't go around wanting power over men, and or hurting them or whatever. Women are in general not as lustful as men. Women don't just go around in general, like, teasing, catcalling men or whatever. Men do that to women. Men in general are more immoral than women. Men in general are, so there's so many places where men rape women. Women don't in general. Like, I mean, very few, if those, that where women are not being good like that. But I I don't see why anybody would consider women as being, irreligion is prominent, then women become polluted. Like women, uh, yeah, pradushyanti means polluted. It doesn't mean violated. So it's the same thing in the Swami Mukundanand one. An increase in one, oh, wait, this is verse 41. With the preponderance of vice, women of the family become immoral, and from immorality of women, unwanted progeny are born. But the Koti Sri Krishna book, which is a really good translation in my mind, when chaos reigns, women of the clan are violated. So there, it's not saying, but when he uh, is saying it there, he's saying corrupted. Pratyushanti means corrupted. So the literal translation, word for word translation he's used is corrupted, but the translation he's made is saying violated. And when women are violated, anarchy rises in society. Oh, Varshnia. So he is saying he's not saying that women become immoral when he's translating. He's saying women are violated, but the word to word translation is women become corrupted. So um, I don't know what that would mean if they mean that women become immoral because women are inherently immoral and men are the ones that need to keep women in line or in check or whatever they can, and or what if corrupted means they're violated. It could be either way. I don't know. Dushyanti, it's a Hindi word as well, pradushyanti, and I don't know how to translate that in this context. So, anyways, I really, really hope that I hope and pray. I really, really hope and pray that I don't. Um, I want to trust the Gita. I want to have answers to the questions of my life, and I want to trust the Gita. And if I feel like the Gita is just putting women down, then I will not be able to trust it, and it will throw my whole it'll throw me for a loop completely. I'm feeling very emotional even just saying that because it is depressing. It is, yeah. I know I don't know a lot, but yeah, hopefully I'll figure it out. Okay. Um, wish you all a beautiful day. Radhe Radhe.